Hello, this is James Atkinson with Score On Air Network. So, everyone who is a professional wrestling fan knows that there are two basic types of characters in wrestling, the heel and the face. Over the years, wrestlers will change sides to keep their fans emotionally involved and engaged. Sometimes a face stays a face within the company for many, many years. Today, in honor of the portrayal of Ric Flair to his daughter Charlotte on WWE SmackDown, I would like to share my top 5 shocking heel turns in WWE history. With number 5 being Steph turns on Vince and shows no family values. During the Attitude Era, Triple H kidnaps Steph and takes her to a chapel and makes her marry him. Later during a match with Vince, Triple H takes out his sledgehammer and crushes Vince over the head. Steph kneels by her father, appearing to be concerned, and suddenly starts laughing and embraces her new husband. Now, the reason for this pick is no one saw this coming. So when Triple H took her and made her marry him, everyone believed it was by intimidation. So when she turned, it was a shocking change to the storyline. I mean, the most shocking part altogether is the fact that their marriage is actually real. Number 4, Hulk Hogan forms the NWO. During the Monday Night Wars, a lot of WWE's talents were accepting contracts from WCW. One of the most shocking was when Hulk Hogan joined the company. During a match at WCW's Bash the Beach in 1996, the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, were involved in a handicap match against Sting, Randy Savage, and Lex Luger. Hogan makes his way to the ring to the roar of fans, when suddenly Hogan lands 3 leg drops on Savage to shock the crowd. The New World Order just began. With Hogan being the most famous face in wrestling history for WWE, when he left the company to join the ranks of the competition, it meant anything is a possibility for a new brand. Every former wrestler for WWE was an outsider, why not the Hulk? Number 3, Shawn Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, were also known as the Rockers, were on an episode of The Barbershop when Michaels proceeds to chop Jannetty with 3 good chops followed by sweet chin music before throwing Marty through a plate glass window. With the Rockers being one of the most loved tag teams during their run in WWE, during a few matches though, you showed Michaels was not really cooperating with Jannetty. Also during promos, you could feel the tension between the two. The company wanted to give Shawn Michaels a push. The most shocking moment of the incident was not scripted though. According to Jannetty himself, Michaels was not supposed to throw him through the window. After this, Jannetty's career was never the same. Number 2, Andre the Giant joins Bobby Heenan. During an episode of Piper's Pit, Jesse the Body Ventura and Rowdy Roddy Piper announced their picks for the upcoming WrestleMania. Hot Rod announces his pick to be Hulk Hogan. Jesse starts to announce his pick when Andre the Giant enters with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Hulk is in shock and pleads with Andre, who just standing there with a cold stare. Hogan puts his hands on Andre's shoulders when Andre threatens Hogan and challenges him for a title match. Rips Hogan's cross and shirt off of him, making him bleed, and then walks out. Without a doubt, one of the most loved wrestlers in the 80s was Andre. He was undefeated during his career of 15 years, and always a face. I would have ranked him higher if he would have beat down Hogan a bit more. But so I didn't really buy into the heel turn. I did, however, buy into the fact that he wanted his title shot. With number 1, Sergeant Slaughter turns his back on America. In 1991, the United States was in the middle of a Gulf War, and this was the first time Sergeant Slaughter was on a break from the company. Upon his return, though, he came out as an Iraqi supporter. During an interview with Gene Oakland, he showed his alliance with Saddam Hussein. This was by far the most shocking heel turn. Sergeant Slaughter was being known as the true American hero. Even the G.I. Joe series developed a character for him. This was an ultimate slap to the face of the American people. This heel turn was also dangerous for him as well as the company. There were reports of bomb threats and death threats at this time. I mean, Slaughter had to wear a bulletproof vest. And for this reason, this is my number 1 pick. There you have it, my top 5 heel turns. Number 5, Stephanie turns on her father. Number 4, Hogan forms the NWO. Number 3, Shawn Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty. Number 2, Andre the Giant turns on Hogan. And my number 1 pick, Sergeant Slaughter turns his back on America. Now, do you agree with my list? Is there anyone else you feel should have made this list? Please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out ScoreOnAir.com for more related content. And don't forget to follow me on social media platforms. Thank you. There's my list, and we'll see you the next time.